Hey everybody, and thank you so much for joining another episode here. I'm Kuda Biza, and today we're going to be talking about the Snowball Method. It's a method you can use to pay off debt. Debt is one of the top stressors of people in America, right? People are always worried about, hey, how do I pay off my student loans? How do I pay off my credit card debt? You know, it's piling up, the interest rates are piling up and things like that. And I want to teach a method, one of two methods that you can implement in your life to help you clear the debt that you have in your life. The Federal Reserve Bank of New York, it reports that the average American has over $50,000 in debt. So if you think about your mortgage, student loans, credit card debt, and all that stuff, which is a big number, right? Because you have people who are walking around with a lot of debt on their shoulders. And the 2019 Experian Credit Consumer Report stated that the average American has 4 credit cards. So, you know, a lot of juggling there, right? Making sure like, okay, which card do I pay first? How much do I pay on this card? So if you don't really pay attention to the interest rate, minimum payment, and all that stuff, you might find yourself in a situation where you're just, you know, your wheels are turning and you're never really getting to a final state where you've paid off your debt. So I have a video where I talk about the other method, which is called the Avalanche Method. So you can go watch it. But in this video, we're going to be talking about the Snowball Method. They're a little bit different. I have a preference. I prefer the Avalanche Method, but the Snowball Method works for a lot of people, and there are a lot of people out there who are cheerleaders for it, like Dave Ramsey and a few others. So I'm going to teach both. My hope is you pick one that works for you. At least you pick one and you apply it. And also, one of my companies, this is my era, we've just created a budget planner, and this budget planner can really help you plan your finances. So you can really go in there and put in your financial goals. You can even then also talk about some of the things you want to achieve, like with a savings tracker. So if there's something you want to save for, like a honeymoon, a wedding, or whatever, there's a tracker that you could use in there to track all these different things that you want to save for. We also have a debt tracker. So we're going to be talking about debt. So there are tools in the budget planner to help you where you can really track to see all the different debts that you have and how you're paying them off. And then also managing your monthly expenses, yearly expenses, and things like that. So amazing tool for you. The link is in the bio, so feel free to grab one, and it'll be an amazing tool for you to use. However, I'm going to be talking about the Snowball Method here. Now, I'm going to use an example to illustrate the point. And the example that I'm going to use is a person who has 4 credit cards, mainly because, like I said before, the Experian report stated that the average American has 4 credit cards. So we'll come up with a scenario that we're going to show in terms of the balance on the credit cards, the interest rates, and the minimum payment. And then we'll show you how you would implement the Snowball Method based on the scenario. And then once you understand the concept, you can then take it and apply it in your life. Or if you haven't watched the Avalanche Method, you can go watch the Avalanche Method and then understand that concept and then pick between the two if you want to do the Avalanche Method and you want to do the Snowball Method. Now, the Snowball Method, what it really focuses on, it focuses on making extra payments on the credit card that has the lowest balance, because what you want to do is you want to quickly pay off that card first so that you can pat yourself on the back. You have that dopamine hit your brain because you've struck one thing off your list, and then you go to the next card that has the lowest balance, and you also focus your efforts on clearing that while making minimum payments on the other cards that you have. And then over time, it becomes a snowballing effect where you pay off one, you pay off the next, you pay off the next until you finish paying off the credit card. So that's really how it works. The downside with the Snowball method is that sometimes you're not really paying off the cards with the high interest rates because you're really just focusing on the balance that's on the card. The Avalanche Method, on the flip side, it focuses on paying off the cards with a higher interest so that at the end of the day, you don't end up paying higher interest or being in debt for a long time. The Snowball Method focuses on, hey, pay off the cards that have the lowest balance so that you can then just focus on doing that. So anyway, let's write the scenarios now. So credit card A, credit card B, C, and D. So these are the cards that we're going to have. And we're going to talk about what is the balance on the card, what is the interest rate on the card, and then what is the minimum payment. How much are we required to pay? And for this example, we've used this is my Era budget planner, and we've identified that we have $1,000 that we can allocate across all of our credit cards. So what we're going to do now is we're going to really figure out which credit cards we're going to pay and how much we're going to pay on the credit cards based on the Snowball Method. So credit card A, you have $2,500 balance at a 10% interest rate, and your minimum payment is $50. Credit card B, $10,000 at 13% with a minimum payment of $200. Credit card C, $13,000 at 18%, pay off a minimum payment of $250. And then the last one, it's $18,000 at 15% with a minimum payment of $300. So as you can see, you have 4 different cards with 4 different balances, 4 different interest rates, and 4 different minimum payments. So what the Snowball Method does, it really just helps you focus on, okay, which one am I going to focus on? With the Avalanche Method, you would focus on credit card C because obviously it has the highest interest rate. For the Snowball Method, you're going to focus on the one that has the lowest balance, right? So in this case, it's credit card A, right? That's the one that has the least amount of money left. And the way you would now do it is, since we know that this is the card we're going to focus on paying off, we would pay the minimum payments on B, C, and D, and whatever else is left out of this $1,000 bucket goes to credit card A. So we already know that we have $1,000 to pay. So we're going to pay the $300 to credit card D. We're going to pay the $250 for C, and we're going to pay $200 for this card, which gives us a grand total of $750, right? Because it's 300 plus 200, 500, plus the 250, you get your 750. So now it means that we have $250 left from a $1,000 budget. And we will then allocate that total amount to credit card A. Although it has a minimum payment of $50, we're gonna pay 5 times more, which is what's left, off this credit card. And then you'll do it again next month because it'll still be the one with the lowest card. You do it again until you pay this card off. And then whatever is then left, you then start focusing on like, okay, which one is the least balance? And in this case, it'll be credit card B. So once you pay off credit card A, the Snowball Method will then require you to pay credit card B, and then credit card C, and then credit card D until you finish. Whereas if you're going to be using the Avalanche Method, you would start off with C because it has the highest interest rate. Once this is paid off, then you go to D, and then you go to B, and then you go to A. So it's a little bit backwards. So again, you pick which one works for you. The Snowball Method, it's really more for kind of like a motivating psychology factor, because what you want to do is you want to reinforce good behavior. So when you see yourself clearing off one credit card off the list, you have the dopamine hit, you get excited, and it keeps you focused on getting the other cards off the list until you hit your debt freedom. So that is the Snowball Method. And one thing I just wanted to share with you guys is that I do have a gift for you. The gift is a free consultation with our friends over at Epic Financial Strategies. They actually helped us put together our budget planner. and they are a top-notch financial service group. And for my community, as well as people who, this is my era customers, they're giving out a free consultation where you can call them and you can just really walk them through your entire financial situation, and they'll be able to give you a cash flow analysis, as well as high-level strategies on what you can do to achieve your financial goals. And this is like a $900 value that they're giving to you for free, no obligation. All you just have to do is click the link below, set up a call, and one of their experts will jump on a call with you, and they would work with you to give you the value that you need. So again, it's something that's free. They're really just doing it out of the kindness of their heart. So if I was you, I would definitely take advantage of that. So with that being said, feel free to hit me up in the comments. Tell me if there's anything else you want to learn within the financial space, entrepreneurship, productivity, all the things I talk about on this channel. But feel free to make sure that you apply the concepts that we're teaching here, because it's not just about me giving you the knowledge and then you watch the video and then that's it. What's important is for you to take this information, apply it into your life, because that's how you're going to experience a transformation. So thank you so much, guys, for coming and watching this video. Looking forward to seeing you in the next video, and go out there and clear off some debt, and I'll see you guys on the other side.